Yeah, I get right to the racks. Then I make that shit back. Run up on me, get shot in the back.
It's Jerry TV in the building. VS Scott Radio. Today, Pops. We probably have the craziest story of 2025. You know, last year we had Bloodhound Little Jeff. Now we have Noah Scurry, the full story of Noah Scurry. I've seen a little clips and snippets of what happened with this kid. He's basically the Philly Bloodhound Little Jeff.
Oh, wow. So he was
catching hats and shit like that.
Doing like illegal stuff. That's unfortunate, but let's get to it. If it's your first time
and he's passed away, yeah, I think.
Yeah, just rest in peace to that young man. Yeah. If it's your first time tuning in, subscribe to the channel, request the content, and then we react. Simple channel. You know, we have a lot of fun. We cover a lot of different cultures and different scenes, and we're going to continue forward with this story. You can follow him on
JTV,
Instagram, Meet Pops React. We have a Discord that's we're always poking our heads in and out of. So let us know. Thank you for tuning in.
Let's have it right to it, man. Then we're talking.
This is Noah Scurry. He was a 17-year-old high school basketball star and a standout student who was killed earlier this week. It was reported by the Philadelphia Inquirer that he had the highest SAT score in his entire school when he took it.
What?
A student at Samuel Fells High School, his principal described him as gifted. In a letter to the school's families, they confirmed that he was a talented student athlete. It was around 7:15 a.m. on January 14th. The 17-year-old was leaving for school when he was gunned down, according to the Philadelphia police, as reported by Fox 29.
Philadelphia police say a 17...
January 14th, dude.
This year? Oh, wow.
10 days ago, to be exact, of this recording.
Oh, man, this is so sad.
We're going to follow up with his music after, too, so be on the lookout for that, chat.
Year-old was shot and killed along Rohrer Street in the city's Feltonville section. It happened around 7:15 this morning.
Over 20 shell casings were found at the scene. It was reported by the news that he was with his mother when he was shot.
Yo!
As if they were about to get into the car for her to drop him off across town at school. Authorities recovered a white Jeep Cherokee on Wednesday morning, the next day abandoned near Somerdale and Godfrey Avenues, approximately 2 miles from where Noah Scurry's home on Rohrer Street in Feltonville, where the deadly shooting took place. According to Deputy Commissioner Frank Venor, the vehicle appeared to have been damaged in a crash. Investigators are currently reviewing additional surveillance footage in hopes of piecing together the events that led to Scurry's death. While no suspects have been named and no motive has been determined, law enforcement officials are working tirelessly to identify the perpetrators. Surveillance footage suggests that at least 2 individuals were inside the Jeep during the shooting.
Oh, wow.
So I'm confused because
the details of Noah.
That said May 2023. This is just old footage?
Yeah, he's probably just inserting footage of just like clips. You know how that go for the video.
Scurry's final moments paint a grim picture. He had just grabbed his backpack and was stepping into his mother's car when he was ambushed by a barrage of gunfire.
Wow.
More than 20 bullets were fired, as I said, and Noah Scurry was struck multiple times in the chest and abdomen. Despite being rushed to Jefferson Einstein Hospital, he was pronounced dead within minutes.
Yeah.
Family members, friends, and classmates were devastated by the sudden and senseless loss. A GoFundMe campaign launched by his cousin seeks to help cover funeral expenses. In her heartfelt message, she described Noah as a bright, loving young man with a heart full of kindness. Noah, only 17 years old, had such a caring and loving heart, McGlynn wrote. He would do anything for his family, but most of all, for his siblings. Tributes and condolences have poured in across social media, where friends expressed their grief and shared memories of the teen. Speechless, I love you, one friend posted alongside photos of Noah Scurry. At Samuel Fells High School, where Scurry excelled both academically and athletically, the law...
And you know, this is an interesting story. We're getting into the actual meat and potatoes of everything that happened. But like this tragic story, sometimes we cover a lot of them and we go from like city to city looking at different stuff, and it's a lot of gun violence, man.
Yeah, like in different cities, you're saying.
In different cities, like cities are crazy with the gun violence.
Yeah.
Loss has been profoundly felt. He was known for his sharp intellect and athletic prowess, which the news heavily focused on shortly after his passing. Scurry was an advanced placement or AP student, the highest SAT scorer in his school, and a standout point guard on the basketball team. On Wednesday, January 15th, the school created a supportive environment for grieving students, providing counseling services and a quiet space in the auditorium for students to mourn. In an Instagram post, school officials reminded the community of the importance of kindness and mutual support. The greatest gift of support we have is each other, the school wrote. Be kind to each other today and always. Monique Braxton, a spokesperson for the school district, said that Noah was the kind of student that everyone wants. Noah Scurry's social media was filled with basketball highlight reels that showcased his skills on the court, where he effortlessly crossed over defenders, executed smooth layups, and nailed three-point shots. His undeniable talent was matched only by his bright future, a future now tragically cut short. The broader context of Noah Scurry's death is part of the Philly daily reminder of a persistent gun violence plaguing the city. According to Jackie Golden of the city controller's office, there have been 30 shooting victims in the city this year, 5 of whom were 18 years or younger. As the investigation into Noah Scurry's death continues, his memory lives on in the hearts of those who knew and loved him. His life, marked by academic excellence, athletic talent, and a caring spirit, is a painful reminder of the urgent need to address the violence claiming young lives in Philadelphia and beyond.
Philadelphia police say a 17-year-old was shot and killed along Rohrer Street in the city's Feltonville section. It happened around 7:15 this morning. That's where we find NBC 10's Matt DeLucia live at the scene. What do we know about the victim, Matt, and any suspects in this case?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, Johnny, homicide investigators are still here at the scene. They've been here all morning. You can see the tape is still up, and the shooting itself happened in this narrow driveway behind the 5,000 block of Rohrer Street. This is just off the boulevard. And as you mentioned, this happened around 7:15 this morning. Police showed up here. They found the 17-year-old who had been shot several times throughout his body. The young man was rushed to Einstein, and he died just after 7:30. Now, earlier, we could see a backpack and a shirt laying on the street. But as of right now, police have not made any arrests, but they did find a gun out here. And as investigators are going through this area, they're also going door to door, trying to get some surveillance video, trying to get some idea of who may have pulled this trigger and killed the 17-year-old right as the sun was coming up here along Rohrer Street.
Wow. There's got to be a catch to this shit. This younger generation are idiots. Sorry he lost his life. Could have been easily avoided. Kept it in being no really CC Park side. If they had internal beef, he split with the Park side. But I don't know.
What's that, like the different tweets and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
But he had a crazy.
If people like
AP
myself
score.
and THF Philly weren't around, this would have been the end of the story. By the day of Noah's death, as is all too clear by now, 17-year-old star student athletes aren't just executed in front of their moms for no reason. There's always a story behind it that the news is reluctant to give for political or social reasons. If you just got your news from the Philadelphia Inquirer or NBC, then the story is almost always missing context. Due to social media, traditional mainstream media was forced to double back the next day and say, hey, there's a little more to the story here. 30 years ago, this would have never happened, and the story would have been left at that. There was no Instagram to correct the news or YouTube for people like me to make a story with a little more context.
Enforcement sources are telling me they believe Noah Scurry appeared in a rap video with guns that was posted to social media the day before he was killed. New tonight, law enforcement sources confirm there is a rap video uploaded to social media the day before 17-year-old Noah Scurry was shot to death behind his home.
The generations are so different. So I grew up in a generation where everything's slower. For all the people that's watching this, especially the young people, time elapses faster now. So the 24-hour day is not even 24 hours. Y'all generation be getting like 6 hours a day. Y'all down to 6-8 hours a day.
Wow.
Yeah, you guys, look how fast this information has transcended. Like, they said, all right, star basketball killed. Then people on the internet, they're saying other stuff, and then the media picks it back up.
10 hours later. Whatever it is.
The day before 17-year-old Noah Scurry was shot to death behind his home.
Good ain't gon' use it, I'm taking it. He try run, he ain't need to be chasing him. Black truck, and we all got drinks in it. Basic school, you know that I'm facing them. She want for me, sit here, and I'm dangerous. On TV, all the blocks can't hang with us. And you gotta catch a bite to gang with us. He got hit with a 10, it's changing him.
We're gonna react to this too. After.
We call was stuck on the pavement. I sitting on his head, I'm collecting the pain. Got hit with the button.
in front of his mother, who was getting ready to take him to Samuel Fells High School. A screenshot of the video shows a man in a Joker mask, at times appearing to hold a gun. Sources tell Fox 29 they believe that to be Scurry. In the video,
that's pretty smart. We don't know if that's him. We generally don't know. I mean, people know his voice from school and all that, so they know if it's him or not. But
well, the eyes are on him. We just got to prove it.
But that's smart as fuck, though, right? Him wearing a mask. He had to, though, because he was already in high school. And
I don't even know what's going on here. I know he went from basketball
to fucking
gangster videos
with masks.
Sources tell Fox 29 they believe that to be Scurry. In the video, he dances along other individuals who are also holding and showing off guns throughout it.
Yo, this is crazy.
Let's talk about the ops. They talking about switches and drinks and don't even got them. I'm with the Vince. He talking about his face is going A-whack. That shit out of pocket. I just ran into 2 ops, 2 D's back to back, and both of them niggas was cops. If I'm on a hit, then I'm getting up close to shit. So you know ain't nobody survive.
66-year-old man is dead and 3 teens are hurt following a shooting last night in Frankfurt. It happened just before 9:30 on the 4600 block of Mulberry Street.
Yeah,
the man who died has been identified as Ivan Hall from Philadelphia. 3 15-year-old boys are in stable condition after being shot. Police have not given any more details on what may have led to the gunfire. As of yet, no arrests have been made.
Police sources confirmed Noah Scurry was one of 4 people shot in an unsolved May 2023 murder case on the 4600 block of Mulberry Street in Frankfurt. According to police, 66-year-old Ivan Hall was shot and killed on Sunday, May 28, 2023, and 3 then 15-year-olds were shot multiple times. Police sources said that Noah Scurry was one of the teens.
Wow.
This shooting places Noah smack dab in the middle of Frankfurt, a section of the city that hosts sets like the Double C's or Certified Clappers and Parkside. Noah is said to be affiliated with Parkside.
Yeah, I think he's from West Philly. West Philly is the most dangerous part of Philadelphia. West Philly's like that's where YBC Duel was from. That he got killed. He's from that area. You know what I'm saying? I spent some time in Philly. They always heard that, like, don't ever go to West Philly, nigga. That's just, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Noah is said to be affiliated with Parkside.
I think I'm mistaken now.
Contrary to popular belief, I'm not a Philly gangologist like some people like to believe, nor do I want to be. But from what I can gather, you got a few groups relevant to this story.
Yeah.
According to the person who made this map, this is Parkside or Double C territory. Up here is a group of young boys who call themselves the Whackers, and over here is M24 territory. And as you can see, this is where YNG Cheese was killed.
Oh, wow.
Noah, or Baby Joker, his street nickname, was very active out here, and his life had a part that may not have been known to his coaches and family. Less than a month after Noah was shot and the 66-year-old man was killed, another tragedy struck near the area when 25-year-old Devin Spady was killed.
A triple shooting in Philadelphia's Olney section claimed the life of an up-and-coming musician. The 25-year-old rap artist was known as Young Cheese, and he's the son of well-known influencer Gilly the King.
Gilly the King has amassed millions of followers, and a lot of them are planning to come here next week for Gilly Fest. It's a big concert. He uses his platform to speak out against violence, and now violence has claimed the life of his son.
While on Gilly.
Police say Devin Spady, better known as Young Cheese, was one of 3 people shot in the 5800 block of Masher Street in Olney Thursday night. Wow. Shot in the back, the 25-year-old rapper was a rising star and the son of one of Philadelphia's biggest stars, Gilly the King.
Wow, Gilly has a 25-year-old. It's fucking crazy. Rest in peace to him. I remember that when he passed away. Yeah. That was big for him.
Yeah, it's sad, man. Like, this made like a whole spin. They did a whole 180.
Yeah. Was a rising star and the son of one of Philadelphia's biggest stars, Gilly the King. Gilly the King is a rapper turned podcaster turned philanthropist. He and his $1 million worth of game podcast partner Wallow also helped give away millions of dollars to support local businesses.
Yeah, for sure. Small town.
And both were awarded the key to the city.
Gilly and Wallow have become the unofficial mayors of the city of Philadelphia. How about that?
Glaze.
They are the voice of the youth.
Glaze.
Talent agent Walt Reeder Jr. has known Gilly the King for years and knows he wanted more for his son. The other 2 people who were shot with Young Cheese both survived. Police have not made any arrests in the case. In Spring Garden, Taronda Thomas, Channel 6 Action News. Shari?
Yeah, very shocking story to learn of.
As is well known, Spady, or Cheese, is the son of comedian and Philly rap legend Gilly. Cheese's death came after him and a group of friends were apparently standing on a corner when shots rang out on the 5800 block of North Masher Street near Nedrow. Around the corner, police also found a 28-year-old man shot twice in the leg and drove him to Einstein. A third victim, a 31-year-old shot in the hip, arrived at the hospital in a private car. Video from the scene shows that a group of men were having a conversation on the corner of Nedrow and Masher when they heard gunshots and started
Oh wow,
running.
he put Duel in the dead emoji because that's where Duel died around there too.
Oh man!
Wow, Duel died right around there.
So, how is it? I know a lot of stuff happens in every city, but does Philly go through like waves? Like sometimes it's quiet, or is it like rough all the time?
Yeah, let us know in the comments.
Yeah. How does it work?
No arrests were ever made in this case. No one took credit for this, as obviously that will open up a huge can of worms. 2 years earlier, AJ, or Ajon Jackson, was killed coming home from work. This murder is mentioned heavily by fellow Double C members Hardy and others in their raps. In fact, Hardy has a music video with over 1 million views with lyrics heavily mocking the death of AJ and another M24 affiliate, Twin 5 or J, who was killed in March of 2021.
Me out some doggy from taking shit and selling bulls. And you either get some money or you clap, just play your role. They ain't dying just for nothing, that's what happened when you troll. Murder gang, you drop a diss and get exposed. Niggas spoke on Broski name, we took his life, that's what he owed. Get up close, set the foot and hit his body, watch him fold. Dummy working 9 to 5, I give it to him, he was bold.
I never heard of this guy before.
Oh, you didn't know who it was?
Yeah, I never heard of this guy, yeah.
And hit his body, watch him fold. Dummy working 9 to 5, I give it to him, he was bold.
Another teenager is shot and killed on the streets of Philadelphia. I'm Yuki Washington.
I'm Jessica Cartalia. 16-year-old Ajon AJ Jackson was shot outside of East Oak Lane home when police say he was ambushed.
I mean, that's every city, right? We have crime in every city, but Philly's bad. I think Philly's is not passing Chicago, but it's catching up to Chicago with the murder rate, I think.
Who knows? I know that this gun violence is going on in a lot of cities, and it's really unfortunate and it's really scary. I grew up like in a gun violence environment, and it's just like it's very rough growing up. Like violence is common.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Things are settled.
He and his twin sister had just finished their shift at McDonald's.
Oh wow, there was McDonald's. That's why Duel mentions McDonald's, right? Remember with the fries and all that? Does that make sense? Wow. This is murder music.
Double C. Don't speak on bodies in them trenches. I can rap because I did it. Got 2 shooters and 1 driver and then squatter and his tenant. That's a man down on the scene, record like 5 shots to his biscuit. We most active in the city. Speak on why that we spin it. I told little bro just bring it here back. Ain't no passes if he lack it cause we beef for Mason spinning.
Yeah, like Philly drill, right?
Like drillish.
Yeah.
I'm sure they call it there.
Yeah.
I'm sure they don't call it drill. They probably call it something else. But
every city gets mad at me when I say this is like Jacksonville. They're like, this is not drill.
Yeah, it's pretty dope because we cover hip hop from everywhere, like you said, Jacksonville to Milwaukee, down to Chicago, L.A., North California, South California. So.
Niggas telling on what happened. You either get down or you wait. We got sticks and big ass choppers, double titties. Tapped it twice and fried his ass. He can't react cause this is switchy. All he heard was we get his back like he ripped. Lost some soldiers in that war, they wish they bros come back to life. I lost my dog and brought their head back for my team to make it right. We gon' train your brothers cause they dead and you ain't dead enough. Been a year without no get back. Why they acting like they dead, son? Bro just told me run my movie before it stop because them feds coming. Yeah, double C.
How we went from a documentary to like a whole...
Hey, I think he's explaining the story. I think these are his ops.
So I got confused because I'm 67 years old, so I'm getting a little befuddled. I went from a dope documentary breaking down stuff to music.
Yeah, I think he's
the interlude. Just the interlude.
He's explaining it. I guess this is like Noah Scurry's ops, I believe.
Oh, he lagging, so I'ma up my glick and beat the drum. He was dumb, I heard Lil 5, they caught a 9, they have a gun. Now he bum, and we did the dash, fuck 12 like Kendrick Nunn. He was dissing on Lil Wayne, happy birthday, he got gift wrap. I know you heard the news, we made him snooze, come get your lick back.
Remind me a lot of like UK, we did a lot of UK drill. I actually did UK drill for a year, 2 years. Yeah. They all have masks in the UK, no face, no case.
Them niggas ain't on shit, not claim a wreck. You know who did that. Treat that switchy on my glizzy like my bitch, so she gon' get that.
With his twin sister, they actually got a lift here home. It was when they got out of that car that somebody started firing at them. You can see there on the ground a McDonald's bag and a wrapper right in front of their home. Police tell us this happened before 11 p.m. on Ferriston Drive near the Philly and Montgo border. Family told police the teen and his sister, they worked at McDonald's about a mile away. They finished work at 10 p.m., ordered a lift, which dropped them off right in front of their home. When they got out, police say it was two males who came toward them, opened fire, hitting the boy in the torso, the back, and in the head. They fired at least 15 shots. Police say he was clearly the target. The sister was not hit. She was able to run home. They talked to other employees at that McDonald's who say that they hadn't seen any fights, no altercations, especially involving the 16-year-old. So police are continuing their investigation. They did find a weapon here on the street, a semi-automatic gun they found on the sidewalk.
This
brings us to the present day, back and forth shootings between the Northeast sets, which continued. Chris Dowling was shot and killed last February. Fast Break members Anal Bugs and LR, or Lil Ryan, were arrested and charged a few months later. M24 member Juan Brody was the first to alert the public of the shooting with an IG post. Bugs and LR were also charged with the bus stop shooting that injured 8 students heading home from school in March of last year.
Yeah, that was big. That was like a mash. They were shooting at a bus stop. It was just bugging. What the hell?
The sound of gunshots at a SEPTA bus stop. New surveillance video tonight of the dramatic moments that sent teenagers running for their lives when 3 masked gunmen suddenly opened fire. 8 teens were shot and wounded, 2 of them critically.
3 days early.
They gonna get to sit like 20, 30 years.
8 students, like random kids, and
they might get life. That's life material.
This just happened?
That happened like a year and a half ago, I believe, right? That was some new
dramatic moments that sent teenagers running for their lives when 3 masked gunmen suddenly opened fire. 8 teens were shot and wounded, 2 of them critically.
3 days earlier,
10.
The carnage and out-of-control violence continued to shock Philadelphia as 17-year-old Damon Taylor was killed.
Yo.
The Philadelphia high school student was gunned down after school during a shooting at the North Philadelphia bus stop that left 4 other people injured, including 2 women who were on the bus and 2 other teens. The horrific shooting took place just before 3:45 p.m. at Ogons and Godfrey Avenues, when 2 people, at least one with an automatic weapon, fired at a group of young people waiting at the bus stop. Police Commissioner Kevin Bethel said. Multiple rounds were fired, Bethel said. According to the police, shooters fired more than 50 times with an automatic weapon.
50 times.
Damon Taylor was shot multiple times throughout his body and head, police said. The 17-year-old from the Fern Rock neighborhood died a short time later at the hospital. A girl at the scene can be heard in shock saying, "Oh my God, his face is gone."
Oh my God.
His face is gone.
You know what's crazy? That's such like
chaos.
It's chaos, and it also scars the people that go through that see that become victims of that stays with you, you know. And it's crazy because when you live in an urban area, like gun violence is sometimes it's common, man. You be hearing stories or you see stuff, so this impacts the community. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Seeing these images now.
All of these murders are mentioned because leading up to the death of Noah, him and his friends can all be heard rapping about these incidents. And after his death, Noah was linked to several homicides through street rumors. The ones that seemed to gain the most traction were Fat Dame and Cheese.
Let's talk about the ops. They talking about switches and drinks and don't even got them. I'm with the Vince. He talking about his face is going A-whack. That shit out of pocket. This ring.
His face is gone.
I'm with the Vince. He talking about his face is going A-whack. That shit out of pocket.
How do you have the time to do that? He's like a
that's the same.
Student.
Weekends.
He plays sports. When you on a team, you got to go to practice.
I was thinking that he's living a double life. It's just crazy.
Like, this is insane. Think about like what's no downtime. Like if this is true, if it's true, right? Because it's alleged. That's a lot of energy.
That's a good point.
Yeah, this turning into two ops, 2 days back to back, and both of them niggas was cops. If I'm on a hit, then I'm getting up close to shit, so you know ain't nobody survive. Bro said when he got to the drop, he was come out the crib, so we gon' call that perfect time. This nigga thought he was my man, he gave me his gun, he must have ain't know I was slime.
Also, through unsubstantiated sources, he is linked to the death of Izzy Stanley and the 18-year-old 10 Millie, who both died in June of 2024, a week apart. Now, I'm not trying to go around putting murders on people, so please take all of this with a grain of salt.
Like 5 bodies
I'm
then?
delivering the info that was sent my way, and these seem to be persistent rumors through people who would know, like people close to him. Damon, or Fat Dame as he was called, went to Imhotep High School. The alleged retaliation shootings a few days later by Fast Break members is referenced by Noah, or Joker, here, where he says,
And Molly telling on them bodies like, damn, free Lil Ryan. We the reason why they throwing 5s and then they end up dying.
We got a lot going on here.
So he allegedly helped with that murder at the bus stop. The Philly Cheese, which is Gilly's son. You know, they be making up bodies on people. They're probably gassing it, right?
I don't know. I know that.
But if they killed him at 7 in the morning,
I would love to see where he's at now. Is he waiting to get? This is an interesting case to see now that we kind of know the ties of it.
Yeah.
Like the storyline, like what's going on.
Yeah, I wonder if his ops.
I wonder like where they at. Are they going? They probably have a trial date coming up or something.
Yeah. But my biggest thing is like, nigga, if you get killed at 7 in the morning going to school, you did something. I don't care what nobody says.
Yeah, because they were apparently waiting
for him to come out the house.
Yeah.
Why he couldn't get up? I mean, he wasn't trying. Any nigga, we call cracking forest on a guy.
Referencing Jamal Tucker, or Molly, the first person arrested when the 8 students were shot at the bus stop, and apparently the first one to start talking and gave up his friends. Joker is heard sarcastically saying, "Free Lil Ryan."
Free Lil Ryan, we the reason why they throwing 5s and then they end up.
G12 Zai, One Brody, Lil Moot, and other M24 members are known to be cool with Blumberg through mutual friends and family members, and also because of the Zoo Gang Blumberg War.
Caught him lacking in that store, put him in a box. We did some drills and ghosts.
All the smaller factions under them aligned accordingly. M24 and Fast Break are kind of the same in terms of lost homies and members. They have been aligned with the Blum for years. Recently, you started to see Noah getting the backing of Pentown and Zoo Gang members. The day before he died, he dropped a song with a rapper named Drench Season who was with Pentown and Zoo Gang. The song, which had zero attention at first, went to over 100,000 views after the news of Noah's passing. The week before Noah died, his basketball team played Imhotep, the school which Fat Dame went to. There was obvious tension about what happened, and the school didn't want an incident. Noah didn't play in the game, and Imhotep blew out Fells. No students were allowed to attend the game either.
So they
I got word that there was a summer league game between the two schools, and they were going to try to pack Noah out after the game, but he escaped. After Noah was killed, speculation, as always, ran wild. The long and short of it was, Noah had numerous ops due to his street activities, many of which were not included in his video, and he was killed. Real or perceived, the threat of Noah was enough for his ops to sit on his house and wait for him to leave for school with his mom and get their form of revenge.
I'm not sure if they caught the guys.
Oh wow.
Probably not, right? Philly took forever to solve it.
Did what Batman couldn't do and that's put the Joker down. Baby Joker, that's what the joke's is over now. He got flame bullets burning his wings, he forever gonna be in hell. I'm scared to go back to the 9 and smoking, I think I'ma hear him yell.
The path in life we go depends on the choices in front of us.
Yeah.
A lot of the time, people with high intellect go on to be star performers in society. Doctors, engineers, scientists, lawyers.
Oh, how they get
Some
this
others
video?
with higher than average IQ think they can beat the system, that they are smart enough to beat the streets. Or sometimes people like Noah think they can straddle the line and be a high school top performer by day and Baby Joker, the street demon, at night. But as evidenced by this story, it never ends up the way you want it to. The streets are a lie, and Noah fell right into the trap. A brilliant future wasted for the want for revenge and twisted justice. I'ma leave it there for now. Thanks for watching American Confidential.
Wow, that was solid. You know, it's just in life, you gotta just make the right choices. I mean, he was very young, but also like, damn, dude, like, he didn't have to choose that life. I mean, we don't know. We don't. There's always shit you always say we don't know about. There's shit that happens.
So much stuff left out.
Yeah.
Like, what channel did this?
American Confidential.
Shout out to American Confidential. You did a dope thing there.
Now, after you watch the documentary, go tune into the song I was about to do right now by Joker. It's number 2. Number 2. Peace.
And I know how it gets, so I gotta stay low now, move my knot. I don't trust no nigga, I don't trust no man, ain't no friends, everybody get shot. You never know how nigga gon' throw, I'm hitting the flow with a couple of shots. You better move, you better duck, either way to go, you'll get